Hello there Carpologists, I'm Joe and today we're going to be taking a look at the Spider Spod. Now I first got my hands on one of these about 6 months ago back in the winter and I was so taken by it back then. This is all I use now in my own fish, and this is actually the exact same spod that I reviewed back then, so it stood the test of time. Despite some of the comments saying that these things break up, I have not found any issues with it so far. It's because the materials are made of a plastic rubber mixture, so you've got the nice rigidity of the plastic but also the elasticity and the bendability of the rubber. So here you can see I'm bending one of the panels around, snaps back in place, absolutely no issues whatsoever. Now this is slightly different to other bait rockets on the market because it uses magnets rather than sort of a clipped mechanism, and what I found is that one, it's far more reliable. I'd say 95% of the time this opens. I'm not going to say it's 100% every time because every now and then it doesn't open. That's whether you hit the clip slightly funny or whatever. But I found this so much more reliable in opening than other things I've used in the past that I will never go back to other things. And also they hold more, but more about the mechanism. You've got magnets on each of the panels. Now it opens up into 4 like so. And that also aids in how the bait is distributed when it lands on the water. It hits the water, all those veins open, drops all the bait instantly, and then it also makes it very quick to drag it back because that's skipping along the surface, whether it be all 4 veins open or like so, or if it closes again, it's such a tight seal it doesn't let any water in. Because if you see on the clips now, you can also put all sorts of different things in here, whether it's pellet, boilie or sloppy mixes or even liquids. I've used this for liquids before. I was surface fishing once, got a bit of a chop on the water, I needed to flatten it off and I actually poured some liquid in there to give it a test and it worked. And as you can see from the clip, I put in some oil earlier, spun the spon round, shook it about and it wasn't coming out. Maybe a tiny bit of a seep, but it is a liquid after all. But that just shows how fine the margins are with how well this is produced to close together. There's a couple of different ways of opening this, but all of which only requires one hand. So you can always keep this one on your spod rod, wind in, grab it in this hand, squeeze, and you've got 2 panels open, scoop up and close. Or the way I like to use is just thumb on the side of one of the little panels, push it open like so, and then you can scoop up with just the 1 panel open. I find that allows you to get much more bait in there without wasting any space. You get more out there and quicker. One-handed, fast and efficient. Close up like so, and off you go. Flies through, opens, like I said, pretty much every single time. I'd say 95% of the time it's open and comes back nice and quickly as well. Myself and Luke have been using it on this session. He's now converted to these. He's going to take a couple away from him. And everyone I've shown when we've been on the bank have asked what it is. They've not necessarily seen one before and are all very impressed in how it works. So if you want to pick your hands up on one of these or get your hands on one of these, then head over to the Wolf International website, Wolf Int, where you can pick up one of these. There's also a slightly smaller one in the pipeline, so keep your eyes peeled for those, and also a different colour. So if you like the look of these, then do head over to their website. But that's all from me. Hope you're going to catch something. No fish so far, but there's definitely bait out there. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you again soon.